Just completes a miserable afternoon for Steve Bruce and company.
We're disappointed because we haven't got really near the performances of late. I have to say Arsenal played very well, and of course when you give a decent team a start like we did, it's a poor goal after 4 minutes, and when you're chasing it against these lads, it's always become difficult, and we didn't get, as I said, as close to where we've been. But look, we've been on a very decent run, and Arsenal were the better side today. It's simple as that.
I think we got what we wanted, win the game, clean sheets, and a strong performance individually and collectively. I think we were the better side.
How much of a risk was it making so many changes today?
We had to do it. Players need to recover. We had players with issues, and I wanted to be fresh for today and for Thursday, and the best way to do it is give opportunity to everybody, and now they're going to give us a headache.
It was a joyous celebration. How long have you been practicing your celebration of a Premier League goal?
Because I've been dreaming about the score goal in the Premier League, and I'm really happy about this. And my celebration just come from my heart straight away, and I have to thank the God to help me about my score today.
For Fabian Schär, a cameo role that he would not have enjoyed. Any thoughts on the red?
Well, look, the way it is at the moment, the way the rules are, you know, I've studied it, and let me tell you, the referees have got difficult jobs. I understand that, but look, there's no tackles anymore. If there's no tackles anymore, I don't think it deserves a red. Maybe it's a yellow when I see it. Does he really make any contact with him? Not really. For me, it may be a yellow card, but certainly not a red.
Let's start here with Arsenal's impressive performer.
Yeah, Gabrielli was absolutely brilliant. Gabrielli? Martinelli. I got the names mixed up. You say Gabriel Martinelli, that's why.
If you try and guess my questions in advance, I ain't helping you when you get a player's name wrong.
Look, you know what it was about him today? It was the way that he held his width. You know, from minute one, that was his first kind of 2 minutes in the game. Got the ball and ran at Murphy. He was relentless in doing so all day as well. I think he went on the inside on that occasion. This time he takes him to the byline. And Aubameyang, he gets that sense that actually when Martinelli's on the ball, something's actually going to happen. For midfielders, David Luiz hit a couple of these absolute beauties switched across the box. When you know you've got someone who's just hugging that byline, it's just your out ball. He's always there. And the chances that he created today for Arsenal, he was always the main threat. And in the second half, to be fair to Arsenal, they played this perfectly because they sucked this Newcastle United team in. It's just like suck them into a vortex here. There's, 8 players there, all drawn into the ball, all wanting to win the ball. But actually, there's width with Willian on one side, and on this side is Martinelli. And this is just precise. Picks out his man who he's been searching for all game. And, yeah, I mean, he was their best player today for me.
You mentioned David Luiz in that. Look, he divides opinion and people can criticise him, but he does give them something different, doesn't he? Particularly from an attacking threat as well.
Well, you saw today with a lot of the passes that he was hitting out to Martinelli that it almost takes a lot of pressure off that deep line midfield player. I think when they're playing out from the back, he's probably the most comfortable player they have on the ball as well. I'm not sure if he's injured or not, but you know, going into the game that they got this week, their biggest game of the season, really, it was good to see, you know, Martinelli putting in a performance like that because they're going to need him. Or Gabrielli, whatever.
Or Gabrielli, whatever you want to call him. Some familiar failings when it came to Newcastle.
Yeah, I don't want to be too harsh because they've been impressive and improved a lot in the last few weeks. And I know they've had their big players back, but I thought going into the game today that they were started really well, really quick, full of confidence, and went after Arsenal because of the time to play Arsenal. But they never really got going. I mean, I understand what they're trying to do here with Gabriel, force him into the traffic.
Gabrielli.
Okay. But someone has to close him down. OK, you're coming into the midfield. Just look what happens in the midfield as well. He waltzes past Longstaff and Shelvey. Then it comes back into him again, and then Shelvey doesn't put in a tackle. He sort of sends him down the middle as well, and that's far too easy. And that sort of summed up the performance for Newcastle. It was slow, no energy, and as I said, they never really got going. Just look at Shelvey there and El Neni. He has a look at him once. He then has a look at him again. He should track him. He doesn't. Then have a look at Longstaff and Ceballos. He should track him. He doesn't. And then when the ball eventually comes into the box, if he misses it there, then Ceballos has got to tap in because Longstaff's with him. and he doesn't get it. And look who's on the end of it, El Neni. He gets away from Shelvey. He's still 10 yards away from him. He's got to be closer. He's got to track him better than that. And as I said, poor ball in. One person in the box against 3 defenders, and this was sort of typical of them today. Ball comes to Fernandez, and the back pass eventually goes out for a corner. Arsenal played very, very well. Again, the ball in the box, but just look how easy it was for Arsenal to get out. No real pressure. It was half-hearted. You close him down. No one's really going to back them up. Far too easy for Arsenal, as I said, and they came out easy winners in the end, and they weren't really tested. When I thought, as I said, Newcastle would have went after them, they never did.
Relaxing a little bit because of recent performances?
Possibly, yeah, possibly, because they were looking at other teams' results and with their current results, and they just think maybe we've got enough. But you can never approach a game like that.
Not trying to be cracking jokes, by the way, when he's not happy with his Newcastle United.
No, I know.
Just saying.
Sorry. Here's